Howdy, y'all. Cigar and Whiskey Talk, as usual. Brought to you by a Killer Bee from Blackwork Studio. Only had one or two of these. They're pretty good. Those of you who have asked me to do reviews, that's all my reviews would consist of. Good or bad. Like it or don't like it. If I don't get into the, well, it's got a cute little aftertaste. It's got this, it's got that. I don't care. I either like it or don't. Biting the ends off like a man. Be a man. Is that a YouTube thing? Somebody was doing that this couple of weeks ago. Anyway. Maybe TikTok. Probably TikTok. You'll notice I did not toast the foot because I don't stand on ceremony. I could have, but I didn't. Gonna do a little Bushmills Black Bush today. A little Irish whiskey. Contrary to popular belief, I do not drink every single day. Not every single day. Anyway. I seem to have developed some hate in my last two or three Cigar and Whiskey Talks. Sorry about your luck. This is probably going to generate some more. Today, I want to talk about handicapped parking and handicapped placards in general. And this goes right along with the stuff I've talked about before about how we expand definitions and things to make it fit our agenda. Apparently now, being fat and lazy is what's required to qualify for a handicap placard. Now, before y'all get on your high horses and start giving me trouble, yes, some people need that handicap placard. Some people need those handicap parking spaces right up close to the door on stores and businesses and so on and so forth. And I agree with all that. However, everybody that has those and everybody that parks in those parking spaces don't need to be there. Let me tell you a story. Back when I was a kid, one of my aunts, this was before I was born, she was born with issues, and she spent all of her life, even when she was a little kid, either walking with a walker or walking with crutches, or not walking at all. And she was a close relative, so I spent more time with her than I did a lot of my relatives. She lived just down the road from us for a long time, and I would go over there and help her do stuff, and we would go to town together. And when I was little, when I was young, handicap parking spaces weren't a thing. They didn't exist yet. But later, when they became a thing, my aunt, who had genuine mobility issues, like I said, she either walked with crutches, walked with a walker, or didn't walk at all. Back then, it wasn't as bad as it was later, or nearly as bad as it is now. She's already passed. She's passed a long time ago. But most of the time, even if they existed, my aunt couldn't park in one because somebody was parking there who probably should have reevaluated their choice on whether they needed to park there or not. And that's just like now. I see so many people wheeling into handicap parking spaces and getting out and shooting right in the store who don't really look like they've got that much of a mobility issue. That's all I'm saying. And by the way, those placards are issued for a person, not for the vehicle. So anybody who's driving the vehicle doesn't get to park in the handicap spot. It's for the person who that placard was issued to. And here's my take. If you don't have actual mobility issues, don't park in a handicap parking space. Because that's what those are for. Now, of course, we've expanded the definition. Oh, I have a mental issue, so I can't park there. It's fine, you got a mental issue. You got anxiety and all that stuff? I don't see how parking right in the middle of everything will help you. Park back at the parking space with me. I park back there because I don't want to be in the middle of all that. But I walk by them all the time, and I watch people parking there all the time who have no business, zero business parking there. Now today, I see a vehicle, a pickup truck, pulling a boat, parked in a handicapped van spot. Now let me clue you on a handicapped van spot. They've got the spot, and then they've got a big open area all the way around it with the blue diagonal lines going across there. When you see those diagonal lines, doesn't matter what color they are, you don't park there. That's not for parking. That area is for a handicapped accessible van that has lifts and doors that have to open and all those kind of things. All that empty area is supposed to be empty so they can use those doors and those lifts and all of those things. So if you park there, you're wrong. Now here, let's go back to this person. It's a pickup truck, not an accessible van. No lifts, not an accessible van. It's a pickup truck hauling a boat trailer. Now, I'm not sure, but I don't know if you can hook up a boat trailer, take the boat to the launch the boat, get in and out of the boat, go fishing, load the boat back on the trailer, take it home and unfasten your trailer. I don't think you've got enough mobility issues to be parking in that space. I may be wrong. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. At least once. Just another little thing that annoys me. Because I know there are people who actually need those spaces, and I know that 3/4 of the time that somebody parked there, they don't need to be parked there. I would probably have to have a wheelchair before I would park in one of those spaces, even if I was authorized. It just goes back to that whole thing of there are way too many people out there who want to be victims a lot worse than they should. It makes me sad that we've come from a society that built everything we have to a society filled with people who just want to ride what everybody else has done. You ever get the feeling you just don't fit in no more? Well, with all that being said, I will get off here and let y'all go. I know your time is important. So thanks y'all for watching. Like my buddy says, thanks for your views and thanks for your support. I got a little channel news thing that I need to do. Because we've made some milestones and some things have happened in the last few weeks that I just want to tell y'all about. But we'll make that a separate video, a channel news video. We haven't had one of those in a while. So, with that being said, hope to see y'all in the woods.